So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and introduce our very first speaker up here. Her name is Jermeale Lewis Johnson, and she is the owner of Just Your Broker.
And let me go in front of it. My turn.
Can I not sit down?
Okay, whenever you're ready, Black Sands, you can head to the next one. Hi, everyone. My company is called Just Your Broker, Inc. I'm the CEO and founder, Jermeale Lewis Johnson. You can go to the next slide. So Just Your Broker, Inc. is a licensed customs brokerage firm based in New York. We help with U.S. import-export customs clearance. We focus on compliance, duty drawback, which helps you get money back from the government under certain stipulations. We help train for the customs broker exam, which we're currently doing now. FDA registrations, if you're bringing any food or any products like that, you have to be registered with FDA to clear. We do import-export training and many more. At our company, we believe in the power of good advice to help you avoid penalties and fees. Through education, we solve problems of non-compliance in importing and exporting. You can go to the next slide. So one of the ways that we help you is through solution-based services. Through documentation review, we can determine if there's any issues with your paperwork that will slow down the process for customs clearance. We value education, so we advise on regulatory compliance, such as licenses, permits, phytosanitary certificates, which basically describe the treatment of the product and how it complies with the regulations. Delivery coordination, so once you get your shipment here, we have to arrange delivery once it clears customs and other government agencies. So we coordinate with you based on like the temperature requirements, the time, and all those little fine details to get it to you delivered the way that you like. We also can help with scammer protection. So let's say I had a client actually, he was trying to import gold from Sierra Leone, but he was concerned that his supplier was going to scam him. So I connected him with the Department of State so that he can make sure that he wasn't going to be scammed out of his money. You can go to the next slide. So the different products that I clear, live and dead animals, food, motor vehicles, alcohol, live plants, clothing, and more. These are just some of the items, but we always learn different products based on what you guys reach out to us for. You can go to the next slide. So with clearing products, sometimes there's multiple government agencies you have to clear. These are just some of the government agencies that we've dealt with besides Customs: USCA, DOT, DEA, Fish and Wildlife Service, Consumer Product Safety Commission for those of you that import toys, EPA for like chemicals, vehicles, things like that, FDA for a lot of food products. Go to the next slide. So our target market is small and medium-sized businesses, manufacturers, supermarkets, distributors, wholesalers, international trade lawyers, freight forwarders, and truckers. There's so many people that we interact with at the company that we always have to help people find other resources in the industry. So we like to connect with all those resources. You go to the next slide. So one of the things that we do is we connect with people through networking. So I'm actually part of two boards right now. OIT New York, which is the Organization of Women in International Trade for New York. I'm the partnership co-chair, so I basically facilitate relationships between different organizations and make connections. Then there's Global Chamber. I'm the advisory board member of the New York chapter. I do a lot of webinars through them, so you guys will see on the next couple of slides some of the webinars that I've done. I speak at a lot of engagements just to educate people on the rules and regulations. So these are just some of the webinars that I've done. There are clickable links on here, but I spoke for, Women's History Month. Then I did a segment during Black History Month with African trade. Then there was the Import-Export Forum, then the 1024 experience. The next slide is actually the latest webinar I did. That was with Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, Varus Insurance, Miami Global Lines, and my company, Just Your Broker, Inc. That was a really great webinar. I actually put the link for that one on there. If you guys have time, be sure to check that one out on Global Chamber's YouTube page. You can go to the next one. Through the Metaverse, I've done a lot of things as well, such as the Bad and Bougie Branded Magazine, just to get more exposure. I've taught in class with VIP Entrepreneur Academy, which is Jen Nash's class on Horizon Worlds. So it's just a lot of education. That's how I get more exposure. And next, you can play it if you want. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh,
No,
so
it's okay.
all right. So what I need help with right now, I'm actually looking to hire an inside sales account rep. This is actually posted on my website. I put the link there, but it's a commission-based position, 20% uncapped gross profits. Basically just hiring someone to do the networking when I'm busy handling the shipments to get more people to know about it. I did ads previously, and I didn't feel ads were giving me the return on investment that I needed. So I think those personalized relationships help grow the business more. So that's what I'm looking. Some of the events that are kind of minimum of $1,000 each, but those are the events I need to go to because those where the importers and exporters are, my ideal clients. So I'm trying to go to more and more events just to let people know more about what I do. You can go to the next slide. So that's just it. That's pretty much my business. And I think the final one is basically just describing all the services along with my contact information. So I don't know if you want to do questions now, Black Santa, or after.
Oh yeah, no, we're going to do them right now. So we're going back to your need immediate help. And this is where you as a community have an opportunity to give some feedback to Jermeale. And if you know of any way that you can help her, this would be a great thing. So if you could stand up and so that maybe next to her or in front of her so that we can catch you on camera and know who's speaking, that'd be great.
Hey, Sans, I think you're speaking through both accounts right now.
Okay, better?
Yep.
Cool beans. So I'll speak first, Jermeale. In terms of your capital for your events and business expenses, since you are a small business owner, and I'm sure you're pretty embedded in your local community, you might go knocking on the door of other business owners and letting them know what it is that you're trying to do to see if they will sponsor you. And I would do small, medium, and large businesses because there's a lot of companies out there that support small business owners in that capacity. And if you don't ask, you don't know.
Oh, of course. No, actually, I do a lot of networking virtually when I can, and I've been actually like doing more networking through LinkedIn because more of the people I probably work with are like serious business owners are usually on LinkedIn. So that's where I'm kind of targeting now, as well as the events and stuff that I do.
Hmm.
Jermeale, did you
Yeah.
bootstrap this or did you raise?
Everything was my own money. I was working full time before, so I made pretty decent money in the industry. So I was using all my own finances to grow my business. I lost my full-time job last year, so I'm happy I had the business. So now I'm just pushing more to do it so I don't have to work for anybody else ever again.
I feel that. That's for sure. That's cool though. That's cool.
Thank you.
So are you open to going that route of and raising money doesn't have to look like investors taking equity in the company, but raising money in terms of grants, like have you looked into certain grants or things
I
like that?
was look I was looking into things. I actually submitted for my New York City MWBE, and I've been waiting for it to go through just so I can have more opportunities for grants and stuff like that. It's still pending right now, so I'm trying to get that done so I can push the state MWB because I want to get government contracts. I already have my
Yep.
SAM.gov, and I just been doing, like I said, networking. I spoke to someone today. They told me about grants through SBDC. So I'm going to reach out to them to see how I can get connected with grants.
Yeah, that's good. Government contracts is a great route to go. You could definitely get funding won't be an issue going that route.
Yeah.
So you have to get a license in every state to get the grant, or is it just you get it in one state and get it
Um,
at the same time?
I'm not sure how that works. I was just trying to focus on just getting the New York City state because I figured it's just opportunity just because I'm here I can go to the events in person. So I felt like it would give me more of connections and relationships that I can build. That's why I do so much networking because the relationships do more for me than paying for ads.
Of course, I think that's how it
Hmm.
usually goes.
Yeah,
Quick question for you. So
sure.
how do you handle hazmat as well?
Yeah, I do pretty much everything, honestly. I do I did wine recently. That's like a hazmat good. I didn't have to do the trucking for that shipment, but I handle pretty much all the different types of freight. I've worked for customs brokers and also importers, so I have like experience on different sides of the industry. So I can pretty much tackle almost any commodity.
Okay. Do you help assist in finding buyers? And what are your countries of focus?
I don't help with finding buyers, but what I do is I connect them with some of the organizations that I'm a part of because there are buyers in those organizations. So like Global Chamber, they're an international organization. There's a lot of people in different countries that are part of the organization that I've met. I met people in Africa. I've met people in Latin America and stuff like that. I needed to find a customs broker in Argentina. I reached out to Global Chamber. They found me one. So I just connect within the organizations that I'm part of. The type of clients that I have, they import from like Indonesia, China, different places in South America, in Africa. It's pretty much everywhere, honestly. My wine importer from Croatia and some other places. It was a lot of different countries.
This
Very
is
nice.
this is cool. How'd you even find this, and how long have you been doing it?
Honestly, I had my bachelor's degree. I was working at TSA before. I used to do airport security, and I was just trying to leave the industry because I was tired of applying for government jobs and they kept shutting down. So I was like, I got to leave and do something else. So I just was applying for jobs and I came across this company. It's on my LinkedIn. So Geodis, they were called OHL at the time. And I applied, and then the second time they called me for an interview, and the lady told me it was a temp job. I was a little disappointed because I didn't want to leave a government job for a temp job. So I turned it down, and then I stayed in touch with her. I said, are you hiring full time yet, like permanently? And she said, no, we only hire temp. So I just took a chance, honestly. And I just networked within the organization and try to see what opportunities were available. And then I had a customs broker that told me, if you want to make more money, you study, you get your license. So I basically just asked her a lot of questions. And then she told me the VP of the company does training for free. So I signed up for that. And from there, I just job hopped to learn everything that I wanted to know.
Nice. Okay.
That's cool.
Well,
That's
thank
cool.
you very much, Jermeale. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Appreciate
Yes.
it.
Oh.